Welcome back, everybody. I'm here in the studio. That's what I call it now. It's a studio. It's no longer a workshop. It's been a while since we've had a real conversation, and I need to update you. So I will probably be doing a live stream very soon. Could be the day that this video goes out. I think it's going out on Cyber Monday. Gotta say that word. Cyber Monday, Cyber Monday, Cyber Monday. So I have an Instagram. It's called The Handyman. I'll put it on the screen, put it down in the description so you can go follow me and participate on Sunday Q&As. So about 80% of the Sundays, I do a Q&A on my Instagram stories. The most asked question is, how do you get customers? How do I get customers?
What app do you use to find customers?
It's not only just on Instagram, but everywhere. It's how the heck do you get all these customers? I see all these videos they've been uploading for almost a decade now, and
where do you get all these customers, Handyman?
my answer is always word of mouth, never advertised, and I would never take a customer that wasn't referred to me by a previous customer. And that's how I do business now. But I'm gonna backtrack and pretend I don't know, or I don't know anything. And I'm still learning, and it's year one. How did I use word of mouth? What were the actual steps I took? First thing I did was I got business cards made. Yeah, old school business cards. You give your business cards out to your friends and family, and you tell them to go advertise for you. Tell their closest friends and their family members that there's a guy named the Handyman. He does home repairs and home remodeling, and if you need him, give him a call. Only give this information out to good people, people with jobs, people that own houses, people that make some money, people that want to buy some free time. That's how it started. I gave business cards to my wife. She works in an area that people don't do much home improvement themselves. They have very expensive houses, very old expensive houses, and a lot of them don't own any tools. They don't know how to operate a screwdriver. They may have caught a couple shows on the DIY network or HGTV and want some interesting little renovation projects done on their house. I also did respond to a few Craigslist ads, maybe 5 of them, and one of them was worth pursuing for further projects, but I made some money doing the other projects. So the object in your first year is not how much money.
How much money can I make, Handyman? I want to make as much money as possible. I want to be rich in my first year ever out in the world doing home improvement projects.
Your first goal, fill your schedule and not go broke. You will get customers that are not ideal and are not really what you want to keep on your roster or in your network of qualified customers going into the future. How fast this spreads is dependent on your demographics. The average age where I live is 37 years old. The average family income is just a hair under 6 figures. Also the education level. How many people have a bachelor's degree or higher? What type of employment do they have? I've said this many, many times in the past. In the more blue-collar areas in the South, it's just more common for people to know how to fix random things around their house, also want to fix random things around their house. In certain areas of the country, that's just what people like to do. Now you go to certain cities, people do not like to do that. It's very strange for someone like me and you to meet people who don't own a set of screwdrivers, let alone know how to use them on anything from changing a light fixture, sometimes even changing a light bulb is too much for these people to figure out, or more importantly, want to figure out. That's another thing I've always stressed, is these customers, they don't want to know how to do it. So, the reason I get a little fired up is because I've read thousands and thousands of comments about
how stupid are these people and why would they pay someone to do this? It's so easy to figure out how to do it on their own.
These customers do not want to figure it out on their own. They want free time. They want to go to happy hour. They want to go wine tasting or off to the coffee shop to get a latte. That's the free time that they're buying. That's what they want to do. They don't want to save money. They want to pay someone to do it for them. So that's the demographic that will give you long-lasting repeat customers at a high dollar figure. On my evolution through this handyman remodel contractor process, I knew I needed to make more money. I needed to be at 200,000 and above per year, not in just business, but take home. I was working my tail off and was topping out between $6,000 and $6,500 a month. I had to pay a ton of taxes on that $6,500 a month. And I'm like, this just isn't worth it. I got to figure something else out here. I either have to make a ton of money and pay a ton of taxes, but the leftover is still a significant amount. That's when I switched from a LLC to an S corporation. I know that in different states, S corporations are treated differently. In my state, it's the only way to go if you're self-employed. So I started researching marketing, sales, selling yourself for more money. None of the information came from any sort of construction field, remodeling, home improvement, nothing. It all came from other industries, and I started applying it to my business. And the first customer, I couldn't track him to anybody that I knew, anybody that my wife knew. So the word of mouth had spread so far that I didn't know where they came from. They said, oh, we got your name from so-and-so at the office. And I was like, I don't know who that is, but I'm going to try out some of these new sales tactics. And this was the most money I'd ever made in 1 month. And I actually made it in 2 weeks. I wish I would have made a YouTube video on this project because it was a really fun project. It came out perfect. Everything aligned. The customer was happy. Keep in mind, this is before I started uploading YouTube, so over 7 years ago, and I just got another text message from him. I'm going to try to sneak that project in January or February just to show the main channel a little bit different project. The whole project cost was $14,000. I had $2,000 in materials, so I made $12,000 in 2 weeks. I couldn't believe it. It worked. It worked. And they've been repeat customers many times over the years. They've got several houses. A lot of those projects are on the main YouTube channel, and they're still coming back. Like a decade into this, they're still coming back. They're the exact customer that I described earlier. Don't know how, don't want to know how, want free time, and want it stress-free. Don't want to have to haggle with other people, don't want to have to worry about anything. You gave us a good experience, you gave us high value for our money, and we're back again, year after year after year. This is a Instagram message. See how long this is? This is a long message of a guy changing careers and getting into the handyman industry and followed my videos. I mean, it goes way, he told me a lot. I don't mind the long messages, but a lot of times I don't have the time to give a long reply. Basically, what this guy is telling me, he retired. He's an empty nester, so he's got to be 50, 60 years old, something like that, unless he started cranking out kids real young. They moved to a new city. He put one posting on the Nextdoor app, and the rest is history. There is something different, and he and I both acknowledge the value of appearing differently than the competition, both in the way we speak, the way we present ourselves. It's very easy to judge somebody in the first 30 seconds, like, oh, he's from that side of the tracks. Oh, he's from this side of the tracks. Just by the way they talk and the way they look. It's just a fact of life. There's also a dollar figure attached to that judgment, that instant judgment of like, this guy's a pro, this guy is educated, this guy is well spoken, or this guy here, I'm going to say it, looks like he just came out of the trailer park and he's just doing this for beer money. Most of my success has nothing to do with the quality of work that I've done. I know it's kind of a weird statement. It's weird. Everybody likes to harp on.
Look at my details. Look at how skilled I am.
Now, there has to be a certain level of skill, but to get the money, you got to provide a better experience. The quality of work is like the given variable. They assume you can do the job, or else they wouldn't have called you. They wouldn't have gotten contact with you. I also had a website. I've since taken that down. I had a business Facebook page. Since taken that down. If I were to do this all over again today, I would have those things. I'd have a good website that works great on mobile. I'd have the Facebook page. I'd have an Instagram page. All those are a portfolio that allows my work to easily be shared with other people. If simple things like the Nextdoor app or word of mouth were not working, or I didn't have time to let them work, I would do paid advertising on both Instagram and Facebook. Don't quit your day job until you have started a network of customers. nights and weekends. Nights and weekends and all your vacation days. Well, you're going to learn to kiss those vacation days goodbye because you don't get paid vacation when you're self-employed. So start slow. Start doing those nights and weekends. Still do the word of mouth. You're doing it on the side. And they know that you're doing it on the side. I did this for 1.5 years before I went out on my own. Through friends and family. Hey, this guy, he's doing side work. He does remodeling. That was my main focus. Only remodeling. Of course, I would fix some random things here and there. Mid to lower budget production home contractor grade remodels. Well, that was a mouthful. So when someone buys a house and they don't buy it from the very beginning like a dirt start, they buy a spec house. It might have contractor grade finishes like linoleum or Formica countertops or base lighting packages and doorknob packages. Simple remodels such as the tile that goes around a tub, swapping that out for something a little bit flashier. The linoleum flooring, tile right over the top of that and put on a new countertop, new mirror, new light fixture. Such a simple process, can be done in 1 week, and it's so hard to screw up. That's why the quality really is irrelevant. It's either done or it's not done. It's so hard to screw up such a simple hallway bathroom or a master bathroom like that in a production home. I'm going to wrap this video up here. Hopefully this gave you confidence to go out there and tell people, I do it all. I can fix your toilet flapper. I can put in ceiling fans. I can remodel your bathroom, give you tile, give you a nice new countertop, new light fixtures, and a new mirror. Get rid of that low-grade brass bottom shelf finishes. We will upgrade you. I could go on and on about this. I think I'm going to save that for a live stream. I think we're going to do it tonight. I'm going to go edit this video, get it up to the business channel, and then we'll go live this evening. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.